Ms.Dria.
Sitting here staring at the wall. T-Cap telling me to carry on. Cause you win some, you lose some, but you live. But you live.
Hey, Dria, let's do this! Turn it up, 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 turn it up. We turn it up, we turn it up, we turn it up, we turn it up, 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 turn it up.
Me and my crew up in the back, oh yeah, we turning up. They bringing bottle rockets out, we got 'em burning up. I be like D40, that 6'4", I'm ready to go.
Yes, Mom.
Thank you.
Goodness.
Hello, everyone. This is your host, Ms.Dria, and we are here live at iHeart's 103.5 The Beats station. Here with me, I have the one and only Mr. Papa Keys. How are you?
I'm amazing, and thank you for coming here.
Anytime. I appreciate you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here. This place is absolutely
I
fantastic.
call it Brand Smart. Doesn't it look like Brand Smart? Like you're supposed to be buying appliances and all kind of stuff in there. It's huge. It's huge.
It is definitely pretty cool. That's what I said when I walked in
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
This place is cool. So I would love to come here and work every day.
No
This is
problem,
cool.
No problem. We got to work on that.
Now tell me, first of all, a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. My parents are from Trinidad. So, I'm Caribbean. I'm kind of a mutt, American. Um, and then I moved to Miami in like junior high school and high school and stuff like that. So I've been here for a minute.
Okay, perfect. Now, what was it that actually persuaded you to fall in love with music and actually being a radio personality?
I would have to give my father that credit because I grew up in a house full of records and music and electricity going and, and lightning and well, I have to give the credit to my father because really and truly he was the one. He had tons of records at the house and he was throwing parties every weekend and I definitely got the musical influence from him.
Was he a DJ or?
He wasn't really. He was like he was everything. He was everything. He would be DJ one minute, he'd be throwing a party another minute. He was just an entertainer.
Okay. And when was it that you actually fell in love and said, "Hey, I think I want to pursue a career in being a radio personality or a disc jockey"?
Well, then that I would have to when I realized I could make money with it. I always knew I was witty, funny. Had the capabilities of a host, but kind of like I would say in high school. A friend of mine, we teamed up and formed a DJ group, and we were actually making money, DJing, and I was the mic man and stuff like that. So that's when I started taking it seriously.
Okay, perfect. Now, for the people who are watching, how long have you actually been on radio?
Might tell my age, but actually, I'm almost celebrating 20 years, and in the year 2019 will be 20 years. So
Wow.
17, 18 years.
I want to congratulate you because you are definitely a vet, okay? And that's why, but you see the time that you've taken to actually, put in the work and be on the radio every day and give us all the energy and fun that you give us. You've become so seasoned and it's made you be who you are today. You're great. And now look at you. You've gotten your own radio station on iHeart. So
Yeah.
tell me about 105.5.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty awesome. It's like what you said, and if I could take the time to just give people a message, like you really have to believe in yourself, and you have to work hard and smart. You know what I mean? So, I was working really hard early in my career, but I wasn't working smart, and that was the major difference. So I kind of took a hiccup, and I was frustrated with my career, and I took like a couple years off, and then I came back at it, and then I started working hard and smart. So that's the combination. I can't tell you exactly what smart means because depending on what situation that you're in, you know what I mean. Whether it means getting along with others, and kind of like doing strategy, like have a strategy. But yeah. So let me just kind of build up to it. So I was becoming a workaholic, just workaholic, grinding, 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 just trying to be successful and learn everything about radio, do everything I can. And it just, the VP of urban programming started giving me more opportunities. So it went from doing a station in Houston, then it went from a station in Houston and Cayman Islands and Detroit and Indianapolis. And then after that, it went to 40 stations nationwide, a syndication. So it was just a lot of things, but I would always take everything that was given to me, perfect it as best as I can so I could take on more, you know? So then it kind of led into this opportunity where they wanted to try something different and actually take one of their radio personalities and give them, their own station. I'm honored. It's not been done before, so I really, feel blessed and I'm really grateful for the opportunity. And it's cool because it does play both sides of me because, I love hip hop and, I love 1035 the beat and what I do here. But, I'm an old school cat too, so to be able to, bring some of my, old school favorites and have them on a radio station is priceless. So you get both sides of me.
Right. I actually checked you out. I was listening to it last night, and I was feeling the old school vibe. I can't remember like the lineup that you were playing, but I noticed like the difference in the stations and how you do. So I want to commend you on that. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, when they actually came to you and said, "Hey, Papa Keith, we want to give you your own, station," How did you feel? What was that relief or what? I don't know. What was that like?
It was like, what the? It was like, I was just humbled. At this point right now, it's been 2 weeks. Today makes like 2 weeks it's been up, and I still haven't. It hasn't hit me. And because I'm really tied up with this festival I got coming up, so I haven't had a chance to like exhale and just take it all in and stuff like that. But it'll hit me. But I'm definitely excited, grateful, and honored.
Okay, okay, that is excellent. Now, speaking of the festivals that you have coming up, first of all, you have the People Fest coming up, the People's Matter Fest, the
Yeah.
People Matter Fest. Tell me a little bit about that and when is it, and where we attend it.
All right. Well, I've always wanted to do something Father's Day weekend, hence the name Papa Keith. I always thought if I did a yearly thing, it should be on Father's Day weekend. That was a plus. Plus, there's not usually a lot of things
Right.
going on Father's Day weekend anyway. It's in the middle of the summer, blah blah blah. But really, the People Matter Fest had a higher, meaning to it. I started this movement in November called PK for PM, Papa Keith for People Matter. Um, when I realized that people were going to social media to heal. So people, if they felt like they were ugly or they weren't happy or they didn't have this, that, they would go to social media to feel a part of something, to heal, to go use the filters and all these different things. So I kind of wanted to just show people that, that's cool, but, you know, I want to celebrate people just based on what they do, you know what I mean? And things they have going on and just, and just average things. So I wanted to transform my show to be able to reflect that. But at the time, I didn't know how, and go up to a radio station and be like, hey, I want to talk about people and celebrate people and have entrepreneurs and people doing the community work and I want to celebrate them and put them on the radio. They'll probably tell me, get out of here, you know? We barely put artists on the radio, much less, to have average people. But I found a really neat way to do it. I started off doing voter drives, and try to get millennials excited to vote. And then from that point, it kind of led into the opportunity for me to switch up my show. And on Mondays, I have Urbanpreneur Mondays, where I have entrepreneurs come and talk about their entrepreneurial spirit, how to get involved. And then I'll also have banks come in and explain to them how to get loans and how to go about doing certain things and experts. And then on Wednesdays, I have a segment called The Stage, which is people doing amazing things in and for the community. So, people who are advocates or doing some awesome things. There was a young lady who actually was collecting like feminine products so that she can donate them to homeless shelters. And you don't think of things like this, but, to be able to give her an opportunity, to talk about that. So it's kind of like, the people's voice, giving a voice to the voiceless. And I just wanted to take that on. So as far as the festival, this was an opportunity for me to kind of like take the show on the road. but on a bigger level. I wanted to do it in an area that I felt that didn't have any
Yeah.
real love and support and stuff like that. I don't live in Little Haiti or Liberty City, but I do recognize that that's an area that can use some love. So how now the People Manifest ties in with that is that um, basically I wanted to kind of show people who feel like they don't have much to live for, show them that they matter. So we started doing these pop up events leading into the actual festival, where we'd go in there and we'd feed them and we'd talk to them and play video games with them, and you'll be surprised on just their reaction, just the fact that somebody came into their neighborhood and just wanted to kick it with them and and stuff like that. The simple things. So that allowed me to know what we were onto something and what we were doing was right and righteous. So then we're gonna just culminate everything with the actual festival, which is next Saturday. I'm not sure when you're gonna air this, which is Saturday, June 17th, at Range Park. We were originally supposed to be at Charles Hadley Park, but the homeowners association didn't want us there, so we moved to Athlete Range Park, which is right across from Edison Senior High.
Okay, perfect,
We're
perfect.
happy to be there.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Now, first off, I want to commend you before I actually get into the ceasefire event that you're having. I want to commend you for the People Matter Fest because it is something that, people in those areas need, and not just those areas, people all over. We do need to know that, we are cared about, not just, that we matter. We matter and we're making a difference in everyone else's lives. So I want to thank you for actually being that stepping stone and making a difference in everyone's life who is actually going to attend the People Matter Fest, whether they attend or not, if they can't. You know what I'm saying? They listen, they want to. I want to thank you for making a difference. As far as the ceasefire campaign that you have coming up, tell me a little bit about that and how it's relating to the violence that's going on.
I'll be glad to. Well, the People Manifest is cool. There's the father and son basketball tournament, the kids zone, the Juneteenth Health and Education Village with the food trucks, ballad DJs, and we were originally supposed to also have artists perform, but I had to cancel that due to just concerns and stuff. And I just wanted to make sure that we moved on with the message. Now the ceasefire is the actual call to action. So how the ceasefire works is that we're asking the residents of Miami to put down their guns for 24 hours and just reflect on that and come out and enjoy the festival. And we're also going to dedicate an hour of the 24 hours to families that have lost, loved ones to gun violence. Just to put it down for 24 hours and let's just chill, you know what I mean? And live as brothers and sisters for 24 hours and then see what that looks like. And then maybe next year we could ask for 36 hours and 48 hours. And then we can ask for a ceasefire weekend, you know? So let's just see where it goes.
Well, I pray that, and I have faith that it will, it will grow, it will continue to grow, and a blessing will come from it. That's my prayer, and that's what I see coming from it. I think it's two great events that you've actually put on here, and I would just want to commend you on everything that you have going on because you're like everywhere. You are everywhere. Are
I tell
you?
people I woke up, like I wasn't always like this. I woke up recently, like in October, November of last year, and I realized, that I need to create a legacy, and I'm pushing a lot of hip hop down these kids' ears and stuff like that. But I like to balance it with some knowledge of self and some education and some resources.
Okay. So let me just ask you one question before we go. Jumping back to you allowing entrepreneurs and people who are actually doing things in the Florida community to come on your show. How would one like find out or get information to actually get a spot?
So easy. You could email us at Papa Keith, PAPAKEITH, the number 4 and PM. Papa Keith 4 p.m. It's all tied into the PK 4 p.m. Papa Keith 4 p.m. Papa Keith for People Matter. But yes, Papa Keith, the number 4 and PM at gmail.com. Email us, tell us that you're interested. We'll send you back a form just to get some basic information on you, and then you'll be on the show. I've had people meet me on the street and said, hey, and then they're on that following Monday or Wednesday, and it's for everybody. You just got to make sense. You have to have a story, you know what I mean? But it is for everybody.
Okay, Perfect. So I want to thank you for taking the time out to actually interview with me and tell me about everything that it is you have going on. I want to congratulate you on all of the blessings that are coming your way. It's a pleasure listening to you on the radio every day.
But I also wanted to thank you too. And it's like it takes both of us. We all have our platforms. So yeah, I have a pretty cool platform, I must admit. But your platform is cool as well, and it's going to reach audiences that I can't reach. And so I thank you as well. And I appreciate the opportunity being on here, and appreciate everybody who's listening or watching and stuff like that, and continue to support programming like this. It's very important.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I said, it was a pleasure speaking with you. I congratulate you on everything that you have going on, and I look forward to seeing and hearing more of you in the future. Thank you.
Yo, what up? This is Papa Keith from 103.5 The Beat, iHeartMedia, and Throwback 105.5. And I'm watching Ms.Dria. Oh, by the way, she has a show too.